Yesterday we did something about yeah. So this part we will do. నేను కొంచెం హడావిడిగా చేసా. So we'll do this question once again. A body is describing uniform circular motion. Uniform circular motion. What is uniform circular motion? This earlier I explained. Speed is constant. Okay. Direction of velocity will change. Direction of velocity will change. Okay. Magnitude of velocity remains constant. Magnitude of velocity remains constant. So this is the funda what you have to remember for uniform circular motion. A body is describing uniform circular motion means speed is constant and direction of velocity keeps changing. Magnitude of velocity means it is speed only. Magnitude of velocity means you can take it as speed. That remains constant. With a speed of v, uniform circular motion with a speed of v. This is what is given to us. When it describes an angle theta, at the center, the change in the velocity, is delta v is equal to 2v sine theta by 2. Change in the velocity is given by delta v is equal to 2v sine theta by 2. This is the one we have to prove. So I did hurry barely yesterday, so we'll do it coolly today. So try to understand. This is angle theta. This is A. This is B. To find velocity, we need to find displacement. To find the speed, we need to find arc length. So here, suppose this is R is the radius of the circle. Answer. So R is the radius of the circle. What is this AB distance we have to find? Now to find AB distance, we will draw a perpendicular from the top. So this perpendicular, it will cut the angle into two equal parts and it will cut the side into two equal parts. Both the things are there. So you had to find AM. This angle will be cut into two equal parts. ఈ యాంగిల్ కరెక్ట్ గా 2 ఈక్వల్ పార్ట్స్ గా కట్ అవుతుంది. దిస్ ఇస్ theta by 2, this is also theta by 2. And now what you had to find is find sin theta by 2. Sin theta by 2 is nothing but opposite side, that is AM, divided by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the radius of the circle itself, R. So I got AM as R sin theta by 2. Similarly, you get the same value for BM. You do sin theta by 2 in this triangle. Let us say this is O. OMA triangle, sin theta by 2, AM divided by R. Because it is half, no, this is half the distance. So AB, this is equal to BM, right? So AM is equal to BM because M is the midpoint. So you have AB is 2R sin theta by 2. That is AB. What is AB? This is the displacement. Displacement. Okay. Now we have displacement in hand. Clear now? Once noted, please let me know. Hope you would have written the question. Okay. Now we got displacement. After getting the displacement, you have to find change in the velocity. That is very easy part. Okay. Now how to find change in velocity? Change in velocity delta V is nothing but displacement divided by the time taken. What is displacement? That is simply 2R sin theta by 2 whole divided by time. So that is 2V sin theta by 2. As simple as that. So this is our delta V. Now I said, what is that arc length? That is the distance. Arc length is given by L equal to R theta. So R into theta, where theta is measured in radians. Measured in radians. Theta should be measured in radians. This is how, these are the things what you have to know. So here it is circle, to be exact. Sorry, this is the circle what you have. It's like this. This is the condition, theta. Not this. Not this. For this condition, you get this is R, this is R, this is AXB, and this is theta. Clear? AXB is R into theta. That is the arc length. This is the displacement. This is the one. Yeah. Hope clear this one, how to derive this one. Okay na, all of you please give a practice of these things and ఒక్కసారి రాయండి, ఒకటికి రెండు సార్లు రాయండి, and then submit as a homework. Then only you can handle this particular things. ఇవన్నీ ఫార్ములాస్ డెరివేషన్స్ ఇస్తున్నాను. దీస్ ఫార్ములాస్ డెరివేషన్స్ 90% ఆఫ్ ద కేసెస్ యూ మే నాట్ ఫైండ్. చాలా టఫ్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడం కూడా ఫర్ యూ. నౌ లెట్స్ మూవ్ ఆన్ టు ద నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. క్లియర్?
Clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Good. Now, second question. Starting from rest. Starting from rest. A body travels. A body travels. A body travels with an acceleration a, with an acceleration a for some time, for some time, and then with acceleration, actually alpha, we'll call it alpha, acceleration alpha with deceleration beta. Deceleration means reduction of velocity, increase of velocity, acceleration. Okay. And finally comes to rest. And finally comes to rest. Finally comes to rest. If the total time of journey, if the total time of journey is t, if the total time of journey is t, then the maximum velocity, then the maximum velocity, maximum velocity, maximum velocity and displacement and displacement and average velocity and average velocity are respectively Vmax is equal to alpha beta t divided by alpha plus beta. Case 2. This is the Vmax. Yes, that is the total displacement alpha beta t square. Alpha beta t square divided by 2 times alpha plus beta. And average velocity is Vmax by 2. V average is Vmax by 2. These are the three things.
Noted, sir.
Okay, good. Now, for this, there is one graph also they have given. Now, what is that graph? It is a velocity versus time graph. Time graph. So it's like it went like this with an acceleration alpha, velocity has increased like this, and it has reduced like this with a deceleration beta. Okay. It went like up with an acceleration alpha and with deceleration beta. Slope of velocity time graph is acceleration. So this one you have to know. Slope of velocity time graph is acceleration. So here you go. This point is Vmax. And this is the first part, origin. And this total, let us say this is A, B. This OB is the total time. OB is T. Okay. And this one up to, let us say this is M. OM, it has taken T naught time. And this time is T minus T naught. So obviously this total is T. Up to here it is T naught. This one is T minus T naught. So it went with an acceleration alpha to the top and it came down with a deceleration beta. It started from rest. So we can use the equations. V is equal to U plus AT we'll use initially. So here it reached the V max, the maximum velocity. V max is equal to U plus AT. A is alpha into T. T is T naught here, alpha T naught. So, but it started from rest, U is 0. So V max is alpha T naught. This is the part 1. Now, the second part. Now, from Vmax, it went to 0 with a deceleration of beta. So, Vmax, now Vmax becomes U. The final velocity is 0. U is initial velocity is Vmax minus, because it is deceleration, no, minus beta into T minus T naught. Why? This time it took is T minus T naught. So we have Vmax happens to be beta into T minus T naught. Both the equations are there. Vmax is alpha T naught, Vmax is beta into T minus T naught. So what we have to do? Somehow we will eliminate T naught. So T naught is not there. T naught is equal to Vmax by alpha. This we will take and then put it here. So when I put this here, Vmax is equal to beta T minus beta into T naught is Vmax by alpha. Vmax by alpha. This is how we do. So get the Vmax terms on one side. So what you got? Vmax plus beta into Vmax by alpha. That is equal to beta T. And now take the LCM. Alpha Vmax plus beta Vmax whole divided by alpha is equal to beta T. So we get Vmax, if I take common, alpha you send it to this side. Vmax, if I take common, I'll get alpha plus beta, which is equal to alpha beta T. So now alpha plus beta, you send it on the other side. You got the first relation. Vmax is equal to alpha beta T divided by alpha plus beta. This is the first relation. Clear? Relation 1.
Noted, sir.
Good. Now can I clear this? Well, clear. So we got Vmax. And now Let us put it aside. Then I had to find S. To find S, we have two relations in hand. S is the total displacement from the point O to the point B. The total displacement I had to find. That is this straight line distance. It took a time of t. We had to find it. So we have this in hand. So we will use the equation. We will find the displacement in parts. Okay. So so we can use S is equal to ut plus half at square plus half at square. This one we can find. Okay. So this is another way you can do. So Vmax is not there. Okay. Or you can use this is better. V square minus u square equal to 2as. This is one way. These are the two ways. Okay. Equation 2 and equation 1. Using these equations, you can find the displacement. So we can do part by part. So we'll use the first equation. This one also you can use, or you can use this. So for the first part, how much displacement? For the second part, how much displacement? And then add up both. That's how we will do. For the OA condition, how much displacement? The initial velocity is 0. So this part is 0. So S1, we'll write S1 is half. It is undergoing acceleration alpha, but the time it took is t naught, alpha t naught square. And now S2, now the initial velocity is Vmax. So Vmax into, but the time is t minus t naught, plus, now it is decelerating now, minus half beta into t minus t naught whole square. This is how you get. Little bit this is tedious, I tell you. So what you had to do is the total displacement S1 plus S2, that is half alpha t naught square plus Vmax into Vmax value you had to substitute. Vmax is equal to alpha beta t divided by alpha plus beta, alpha beta t divided by alpha plus beta. The Vmax value we had to substitute into t minus t naught is what you have, minus half into beta into t minus t naught whole square. Okay. So this is how you will get the things. So here, when you work out the T naught terms, will get cancelled out. So it's a tedious process, but you please try to work out it as homework. I leave it on you because we have less time. So we will, you please work it out. So this becomes alpha beta t square divided by alpha plus beta. 2 times alpha plus beta is what you get. No issues. And again, average velocity. Average velocity is total distance by total time. Total displacement, of course, divided by total time. See, here this expression is what? You got alpha beta t divided by alpha plus beta. Alpha beta t divided by alpha plus beta is actually V max into T divided by 2. This is what it is. S is V max into T divided by 2. Now total displacement is so average V average is total displacement. You got V max into T divided by 2 into T. The total time is T. So TT gets cancelled. V average is V max by 2. So this is how you get the expressions. This one I want you to try and get the answer. You have to meticulously work to get the total displacement. Yes. I told you the funda. Please work and then give it to me as homework today. All of you solve it and give it as homework. Okay. Clear? You need to
Clear,
work
sir.
patiently. You need to work somewhat patiently to get the answer. You will get the answers slowly. You work out. Can I clear? Okay, you are noting maybe.
Noted, sir.
Okay. Next concept of discussion is called vertical motion. Vertical motion. Next concept of discussion is vertical motion. What is vertical motion? Please understand. ఇప్పుడు this is positive x-axis. This is negative x-axis, okay? And this is positive y. And this is negative y-axis. Okay. దీన్ని బట్టి మనం చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. Upward movement. Upward movement. When you consider upward movement, that is positive. Downward movement, negative. These two you have to remember. For vertical motion, these two you have to remember. Gravity always act downwards. In fact, acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity always works downwards. So we will give Ay is equal to minus G, meter second power minus 2. What is this gravity? Gravity is, the value is 9.8 meter second power minus 2. But for calculation purposes, we will take it as 10 meters second power minus 2. 90% of the calculations we will use this one itself. So these are the things what you have to remember. Acceleration, we will take it as minus G. Downward movement, negative. Upward movement, positive. Movement or measurement also. If anything you are measuring upwards, it is positive. If you are anything measuring downwards, that is negative. What is this, sir? You may have a doubt. Now, suppose you are at the bottom of a building and you are measuring the building from bottom to top. Then it is positive direction measurement. Suppose you are measuring the building from top to bottom. That means you took a tape and then you dropped the tape from top of the building to bottom of the building. Then that is a negative measurement. From bottom, if you have taken the tape and then take it to the top measurement, that is positive measurement. This is called negative measurement. This is called vector mode in physics. in physics we'll do this as we'll call this as vector mode. This one is very, very useful while solving the problems. Clear? Noted?
Noted, sir.
Good. Now we will have different situations. The situation one we'll talk about is a particle is thrown vertically downwards. Vertically downwards with a velocity v with a velocity u, and after covering a distance of h, it will gain a velocity v. Then find the equations of motion for the above condition. Find the equations of motion for the above condition. Now, what did they tell? There is a mass. It is projected downwards with a velocity u. And after traveling a distance of h, that means traveling a height of h, it gained a velocity v. Why it is gaining velocity? Because acceleration due to gravity is acting downwards in the same direction of velocity. And now we will give the equations. So how to give the equations? So first we have to do v is equal to u plus at. Now in which direction we are working? Negative y direction. Please understand, negative y direction, downwards. So negative y direction means downwards. Downwards we are working. So S is equal to, write the quantities. S is equal to my u. First we equal to S is equal to minus h. U is actually initial velocity also minus u. Final velocity also minus v. Acceleration ay is minus g. This is how we substitute all the things. And the time cannot be negative. Time will be same. So we'll put it v. So minus v is equal to minus u minus, instead of a, g will come, g t. So removing all the negative signs, we will get v is equal to u plus gt. Equation 1. Now take the second equation. S is equal to ut plus half at square. So just substitute. S is equal to minus h, right? Minus h is equal to minus ut minus half gt square. So removing all the negative signs, you will get h is equal to ut plus half gt square. So similarly, the third equation, v square minus u square equal to 2as. So we get minus v whole square minus of minus u whole square is equal to 2 into a is minus g, S is minus H. So V square minus U square is equal to 2GH. Sufficient. These are the three things which you have to know. I hope you understood how to substitute the things. Clear?
Noted, sir.
Yeah, sufficient, Amma. Sufficient today. So tomorrow I may conduct, I may not be able to conduct, but inform chestano. If it is there tomorrow morning, I'll inform you definitely. And నేను ఖచ్చితంగా చెప్తాను రేపు even I may conduct on Sunday also this time. I will tell you because I am available on Sunday. నేను చెప్తాను Sunday if I find some free time, I will definitely conduct one more class on Sunday so that we will move and discuss many questions on this particular topic. Okay, take care. Bye.